Hello, everybody. It is 4:20, 10:17 a.m. So this is going to be week 6 we're going into. Um, just a few updates on my life because I feel like we still need to be connected and everything. Um, I joined the TikTok game. I understand why you guys watch all those now. It's very addicting. Try not to spend too much time on there, but I made an account and I just follow some stuff. It's pretty funny. I haven't made anything yet. Don't think it's going to happen, but I understand a little bit more on why you guys are so into that stuff. It's very funny. Um, my hair is crazy. I'm losing my mind. It's super long. I needed to shave it all off, I feel like. Um, and for my baseball players out there, I miss baseball incredibly. Theo and I, my son, we've been watching pretty much every Reds game since 2015. And we've watched like the past 3 College World Series already. So yeah, getting pretty worn out here on baseball. At least missing it. Okay. All right, back to business, into business, I guess. So, a few things. You guys got an email yesterday, I think it was yesterday, about the new schedule. Okay. So, what's basically going to happen is that on Monday and Wednesday, it's going to be periods 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, hopefully, you can see my mouse right there. Monday and Wednesday, periods 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. Where Fridays are going to be what we are considering office hours. So that's going to be time where you guys can email us, you can Zoom us, FaceTime, whatever it is. You can chat with us online if you guys have questions on stuff. Okay. Um, so for what that means for us is that typically I'm going to have everything done by Monday anyway. So my periods, my fifth and seventh periods, you guys will be able to get onto that content on Monday if you want to. But we have scheduled times for everything. Okay, and this might be it right here of what it actually looks like. Um, and this will come into play once we start doing our presentations a little bit. Yeah, so you can see first bell goes from 9 to 10. You can read all these. I'm not going to go through them all. But you can see 1 to 4 on Monday and Wednesday, 5 to 8 on Tuesday and Thursday. Okay. And then teacher office hours or student work days. So we are implementing a day just for work for you guys. So, but make sure you guys are taking advantage of this. Okay. So just because you don't have any work, maybe you don't have any classes technically on Friday. That's a day where you can catch up on everything, and you don't have to do any work over the weekend. Okay. So that is the schedule, the new schedule. Also, part of this email you guys got is that where is it at here? All teachers are posting their agenda Sunday nights by 7 p.m. I'm not sure if I see that on here. There it is. Teachers will be posting their weekly agendas on Sunday, starting tonight on their Google Classroom. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be on there by 7 a.m. So if we go in and look at the agenda once again for week 6, this is on Classroom. So all of you guys have access to this. So you always see health, the periods, week number 6, and then I'll give you the date. So 419 to 426. Yes, I know I'm recording this on 420, but 419 to 426 because that's the last day. Well, it really should be the 25th because I'll post another video or post another agenda rather on the 26th next Sunday. Okay. And then when I posted it, 1 p.m. Okay. So you have the agenda here. So this is what we will be covering, and these are the assignments that will be due this week. Okay. So the things that you will have to do this week, first off, part of this video, obviously watch the class video on notes, watch the class video on the nutrition project, and start working on your nutrition presentation. Okay. So some of you guys, actually, let's not get into that yet. So 1 and 2 actually combined. So I'm going to try to make those both into one video. So you only have to watch one video because, like this schedule says, we only technically have an hour. So you should really only be spending an hour on my class per day, okay, 9 to 10. And then, going into that next one, 10 to 11:10, you should be on your next class, okay? And I know this is third period, so technically third's here, obviously fifth and seventh. Okay. Um, but So I plan on putting 1 and 2 together. So it should be just one video, and you guys will be working on your nutrition presentation. Okay. So assignments that are actually due. Now, instead of making 2 agendas, I might end up having to do that. But since I see third period on Monday and Wednesday, and then fifth and seventh period on Tuesday and Thursday, these dates are going to be maybe pushed back a little bit. Okay. So Tuesday and Thursday, fifth and seventh period classes, I can only assume that you will not be logging in to look at my class until Tuesday at the earliest. So typically, I won't have anything due on Tuesday for you guys. Okay. Now, if I post something on Thursday and I say it's due on Tuesday, then in that case, you will have something due on Tuesday. Okay, if that makes sense. But this is geared for the third period class because they are actually supposed to be looking at this today. Okay. So nutrition presentation check-in on 421, nutrition presentation check-in on 423. So that's just Tuesday and Thursday. So for my fifth and seventh period class, that's going to be Wednesday and Friday. Okay. So fifth and seventh, once again, on Wednesday and Friday. Okay. And then by 425, which is Friday, I believe, no, Saturday, sorry. By 425, you need to check to see when you will be presenting in week 7, which is next week. So I would like to be presenting these next week. If I find out that we need more time, which might be likely, since we're not getting as much time in class, obviously, if we were in school to work on these. If I find out we need more time, I'll just push it back a little bit. But as of right now, we're going to plan on presenting these next week. Okay. So what is a presentation check-in? Okay. So all this is when you guys go and do your PowerPoint for your nutrition project. So once again, every option, all 3 options are going to be required to make a presentation. Okay. And I shared with you guys the other day everyone's topics. So as soon as this pops up here, so I have all 3 periods here. So period 3, period 5, and period 7. Okay, I have them all split up into option 1, 2, and 3. And like I said, hopefully by the 25th, we can figure out when everybody's going to present. Like I said, if we have to push it back, we will. Not worried about that right now. But so everyone has their options. Some of you guys, you'll see them missing there. Some of you guys still are missing your topic. I don't know what topic you're choosing. Okay, so you need to get on that ASAP. You're already, 2 weeks behind on that. So where everyone else could have already been, started working, you haven't even chosen a topic yet. All right, so you need to get on that ASAP. So when you go into create your slideshow, okay, you'll open up a blank presentation. You can pick a template if you want to. I just always like to go blank and pick it from there. So you guys don't actually have to share, or you guys actually don't even have to submit anything to me until it's due, okay? So what I mean by on the health agenda where it says nutrition presentation check-in, that's just me. I will be going into your PowerPoint and checking to see how you're doing, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to click on share. So right now it says private to only me. It doesn't want to work. Technology is neat. There we go. Share. Well, it looks like it's trying. Well, I'll just keep on explaining this until this pops up. Okay. So on the first check-in day on 421, so like I said, for third period, that's going to be tomorrow. And for fifth and seventh period, that's going to be more of Wednesday. Okay. But all I'm really looking for, guys, is for you to have maybe 35% of the actual presentation done. Get your intro slides in, get the main slides in, and I'll explain a little bit more. The more I think about this, it might end up having to be 2 videos. But all I'm looking for is 35% of that due on that first check-in day. So whether that's Tuesday, tomorrow, or Wednesday for fifth and seventh period. Okay. And then on Thursday, I'm looking for more of like 75% to completed, if possible. Okay, and I know that's being a little ambitious, because in the past, we've been in class to do this where you'd have 45 minutes every single day for a week or 2 weeks or a week and a half, probably. It was more like. So I'm already thinking we're going to have to push it back a little bit, but I don't want to make it too crazy to where we're just wasting time. So you'll say health presentation. Actually, don't do health. Do nutrition. I'm just going to skip it there. So what you're going to do is to share with people, you're going to type in my last name. So Nick or Browning. So you'll click on that, and then you can share it with me just like that. So I'll be able to go in there and look at it at any time. Okay. Then you'll do send, and that's how you guys are going to be sharing it with me. So on those turn-in days, on those check-in days, you guys actually won't be presenting, or you won't be submitting anything to me. I'll just be going in and checking. And then if you guys have any questions, obviously email me. But I'll be going in and giving you guys feedback on what I think is, where I think your presentation is going, what I think you can improve on, what I think you're doing well, so on and so forth. Okay. I wish this had a running timer. I don't know how long this thing is already. But anyway, okay. So let's go into Classroom real quick and just look at some updates, some general updates. Okay. So, excuse me. So you can see I have, updates on when you guys are supposed to email me, all that stuff. I'm still missing some. But anyway, the agenda is right there. This is, and each class is different. So I say here, 8 of you in third period have not sent me a topic. That number's already changed, so that's good. Still some there that I need though. I put the projects in there, the project topics. So if you have not chosen a topic yet, you should go in there and find one that you do not have yet, or that's not being used yet. So, obviously you have access to that. Okay. Let's do our notes first. So we only have 3 slides of notes today. And the only reason I really want to go through notes is, one, that we don't have too many left. And 2, I feel like these are, you need to know this stuff for your actual presentation. Okay. So this is just an attachment onto the original notes. You can see there on April 8th, I put the remainder of the notes. So going into the notes, we're at Chapter 10, Lesson 4. Like I said, just a few slides today, nothing crazy. I probably will have to create a whole new video for you guys just on the nutrition project, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of questions on that since I'm not in person and able to show you guys. So I'll be looking for another video right after this probably. Okay. So Chapter 10, Lesson 4, Nutrition Labels and Food Safety. So our goals, blue goal is learn how to read a nutrition label. 2, orange goal, understand different nutrition terms. And 3, know common foodborne illnesses and prevention methods. So the reason why we have to cover this, guys, is, right now, especially right now, you're probably not buying a lot of your own groceries. Okay. You kind of just eat what's there. Maybe you eat something because it's cheap, maybe you eat something because it's available or someone's making it for you. But when you go off into college, or, even after college or after high school, when you're living by yourself, whatever the case is, you're going to have to figure out, what you want to buy based off the nutrition or based off the price or whatever it is. Okay. But you're going to have to compare products to one another and figure out what is healthier for you. And that's the reason we're going through this stuff. Okay. So hopefully, learning this stuff makes you able to choose the healthier option, in the long run. Okay. So nutrition labels. Nutrition labels contain what is inside the package of the food. So things you're going to see is the name of the food product, the amount of food, the address of the creating company, the ingredients in the food, and the nutritional facts panel. So really the last 2 there are what we're going to be focusing on the most. So the ingredients in the food and the nutrition facts. So I'm sure you guys have looked at nutrition facts before. Whether you actually know what you're looking at or not is another case, but that's something that we're going to do here in a few slides. Not today, but maybe on Wednesday, because we really don't have that many slides left to actually finish this unit. And then obviously the project wraps everything up. Okay. So on our nutrition labels, the ingredients list. So the ingredients are listed from greatest to least. So if you pick up something, pick up a piece of food, whether it's whether it is right next to you or out of your cupboard, if you look at the ingredients, the first thing on it is going to be listed as the greatest amount. Okay. So maybe you pick up a granola bar. Okay. And on the granola bar, number one ingredient is granola. Okay. And maybe that's true, maybe that's not. I'm not sure, but it's going to be listed from greatest to least. Okay. So the very first ingredient is going to be what's most in the product, and the very last ingredient is what's going to be least in the product. Okay. One thing you want to be aware of is different names for similar ingredients. So one thing especially that people want to watch out for is added sugars. Okay. Um, for added sugars, a lot of times people will name it different things in one ingredient list to make it look like there's less of it. Okay. So if we know anything about sugar, the suffix ose, if that's at the end of a word, it's typically a sugar. So things like glucose or sucrose or something like that. If you see that in your ingredients, it's typically going to be sugar. So where they can say, there's a little amount of glucose and a little amount of sucrose. Now, together, those are both sugar. So together, they might be more than what they're actually portrayed as on the label. Okay, so make sure you guys are aware of that. Um, so food additives are substances added to food to produce a desired effect. So things such are, added for taste, appearance, texture, or preservatives. So preservatives, something like salt, appearance, obviously food coloring, food dye, added for taste. Maybe that's corn syrup, stuff like that, stuff that are added to foods. They're not really necessary, but they make the food more appealing for one reason or another. Okay. One thing I'm going to look at, a lot of people don't realize this, and it's actually kind of nasty, kind of disturbing. But let's look at added sugar recommendations. So, added sugar is something that people are starting to focus on more and more. And it's crazy how overboard we typically go. Okay, so right here, if you can see this, it says the daily added sugar limit for men is 9 teaspoons or 36 grams, and for women it was we're over here now, no more than 6 teaspoons or 25 grams. Okay, so once again, 36 grams for men, 25 grams for women. Okay, now let's look at a 12-ounce bottle of Coke. So once again, let's look again. Men is 9 teaspoons or 36 grams. Women, 6 teaspoons or 25 grams. Okay, this is added sugar. So not natural sugar, but sugars that is added to a product. Okay, so just a 12-ounce bottle of Coke. Show us a little more here. On a nutrition label, you're always going to see that there's sugar and then there's added sugar. So you want to make sure you pay attention to the added sugar especially. So we have a 12-ounce bottle of Coke. Added sugar is 39 grams. Okay, so it includes 39 grams. So once again, going back here, 36 grams, it says no more than 36 grams for men and no more than 25 grams for women. So if you have one bottle of Coke, you're already over your added sugar amount for the day. Okay, so keep that in mind for especially you pop drinkers out there. That's a crazy number. If you drink one can of Coke, you're already over your added sugar limit for the day. That's recommended at least. Okay, and yeah, you can argue that those are off, a 2,000 calorie diet, which a lot of us don't stick by, but we should. But it's just interesting to see how we put those things, how that resonates in your mind. Because a lot of things are packed with so much added sugar, but there's so many other things that we need to be aware of as well. Okay. So yeah, like I said, only 3 slides today, so we're done with notes for the day. Stand by for these last 5 slides on Wednesday. At least that's going to be my plan as of right now. And then I will be posting another video here shortly over the nutrition project. So on that one, I'm going to show you some examples of what students have done in the past. as well as give you some guidelines, give you some information on what more you can expect when it comes to presentation time. Okay. That's it for now. If there's anything regarding notes that you have questions on, obviously send me an email. Or if we can figure out a good time for everyone to meet, we'll do that as well. Okay. But that's about it. All right. Stand by. Another video is coming to you in just a second.